boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Meow, meow, meow.
I think Tyrion wants food. Food bowl's empty.
Feed me, feed me.
Yeah, and pet me.
Feed me, Seymour, feed me.
Alrighty. Rock Awesome Friday. Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. As the Oracle foretold, two idiots who would misinterpret the news so you don't have to. Live from Deltona, Florida, the avatars themselves, Jack and Laz.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where you too can prepare to be whelmed. And Tyrion. Well, I didn't say whelmed.
I love it. I love it. Prepare to be whelmed. You never know if it's going to be overwhelmed or underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed. Yes. Eat lunch where they never eat lunch. That's
correct.
Right. Well, very, very rarely do we eat on the show, and normally that's me because
and that's for good reason. Is there is a streamer out there who shall be renamed nameless, and I think Jack knows who I'm referring to when I say
ate a sub every single time,
and sit there and chomp on lunch and mumble through it and get it stuck in his beard. And spend more time eating his friggin' lunch during his live streams than he did, doing
playing.
Doing what he was doing, right? Whether it be playing, whether it be talking, whether it be demonstrating, what it was. And of course,
yes.
I was having this discussion. It was in Discord last week, where the name of this show is actually Lunch.
Lunch.
The name of the show is Lunch. With Laz and Jack is just we're the hosts, so it's Lunch with Laz and Jack. The whole show name is not Lunch with Laz and Jack. The name of the show is Lunch because we do it during lunchtime, Central Standard Time, which is server time. And of course,
which is technically my lunchtime.
yeah, which is technically Jack's lunchtime, which he never
If I
takes.
had a lunchtime.
Yeah, he never blocks it off to stop the business calls, but that's okay.
Oh, it's on my calendar as
Oh
do not disturb, but
yeah.
that doesn't mean a damned thing.
And yes, Tina does have lunch usually. He usually regales us with his yummy, chili
Yes.
or his French dip. Not the French dip. What is the roast beef sandwich you eat? You eat that yummy one. I forget the name of it.
With the au jus.
Yeah, that one. That's usually a French dip.
Yeah.
It's another name for it that he eats all the time. But
I don't know.
the Italian beef sandwich. There you go. Thank you, Tina. The Italian beef sandwich. And of course,
So,
we invite you guys to use it this time during your lunch hours, if you have an actual lunch hour, to join us while we entertain you while you're taking a break from the regularly scheduled humdrum work day.
Now,
So
I really would like someone to explain to me why Tyrion, whenever he wants to be petted, he stands. He never lays down. He stands. And right now he's got his back legs are on my thigh and the front paws are on the arm of my chair and his head is sticking out. And yet he still expects for his head to be scratched.
yeah. Now, Liquid Blaze says,
let's try.
A sub from
I
Wegmans Deli will change your life. I don't know about that, but down here we have what's called a pub sub.
Chat.
And we have Publix Deli down here. And Publix Deli does, not exclusively Boar's Head, but for all of us transplanted northerners, if you know what Boar's Head subs are like, the only place you can get them is at a Publix Deli here. And yeah. And they're like gold. I mean, they're just the epitome of what a sub should be. But I've never been to a Wegmans, so I don't know what that is.
I don't know what a Wegmans is either.
But
my grocery store of choice is HEB.
Yeah, don't care for HEB personally. I've been to them.
It's a. It is.
It is what it is. Yeah. I don't know.
Regional grocery stores. Yeah.
Publix depends on the guy. Well, down here, I don't know. They're all trained pretty well, and again, I actually use the app a lot of times. I'll order ahead because 99% of the time, when you walk into the deli area, there's a line waiting for subs. So I just order it in the app, and I bypass the line. I go right to the cooler area, pick my sub up, and get the hell out of there while everybody else is waiting in line. You're all people of Walmart.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot to open giveaways.
Ah, yes.
So my giveaways are now open.
Mine have been open.
I forgot to open up before the show.
And of course, for the record, it is Fruck Awesome Friday, January 26th, 2024 here inside and outside Shroud Avatar. So make sure you're entered into those giveaways. Exclamation, I love free shit. Exclamation, bundle me. And make sure you're in it. Liquid Blaze, by the way, I put a little thing in Discord there for you. We were talking about the making Windows look like Windows 7. And if you'll notice, the picture I supplied, click on it to enlarge it. You may be interested in learning how to do that as well after me telling you about OpenShell yesterday. This way, when you have multiple tabs of a single, like say you have 2 or 3 Google tabs open, they're not sitting there under one tab. They show each individual tab open, which is what I prefer, so I know which tab I'm bouncing between instead of them disappearing, reappearing, disappearing, reappearing, and trying to figure that out. So if you want to know where that is, hit me up later.
I have entirely too many windows open for that.
Oh, no, I don't.
Ow. The fuck are you smacking the back of my head for?
I mean, my Google says I have like 39 windows open, which is probably about right.
Just 39?
That's just Google.
Just 39?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you have? You have Google, you have Firefox, you have yeah,
Edge.
Edge. You have them all over.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Yeah.
don't know if that's actually 39 Windows or 39 something. Oh, okay, I see what it is. It's actually
Well, I don't have
39.
39 different windows. I only have like
Yeah.
5 windows, maybe 6 windows
That
open,
was
but
39 notifications in that
crap
window, is what
ton.
it was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Crap ton of windows. Okay. Tyrion has decided that he does not need to be
headed.
in my lap
And
anymore. Or petted, but he is now on my desktop case.
Very cool.
Yeah. I think he's like, hey, it's warm down here. And it's
how,
dark.
how many background processes do you have running?
How many background processes?
Don't
A
even ask
lot.
that question. Yeah. Don't even ask that question with us.
A lot. Although I did start like building a PC yesterday since you just upgraded all your shit.
Oh,
I'm
good for
already at
you.
like $2,500 worth of hardware.
The hell you putting in that thing?
Hold on, let me go. Let me go to Amazon and my shopping cart. It's right now. It's at 6 items with it's only a 4070 Ti. That's $830. A couple
Damn.
of NVMe drives that are 4 terabytes each. That's 309 each.
There you go, for
128
those
gigs of RAM
WD
at
blacks.
430. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
It-
the Intel
overpriced.
Core i9 12900K, it's 539. Where's and that also has a motherboard,
Yeah,
which
but
is
but you don't need the K if you're using a discrete graphics card. Well, for overclocking if you're going to overclock, but
the ironic thing is I don't actually overclock.
well, yeah, neither do I.
The
That's why I didn't bother getting a K processor,
yeah,
one. And two, the K processor, I believe, is what supports the onboard video when it comes on your motherboard. And if you're not using the onboard video and you're using a discrete graphics card, you really don't need it. So, I mean,
no, K just unlocks the overclocking. That's it. But the Gigabyte B650 Aorus Elite AX motherboard. It's like fucking A.
Now,
So
what are you using for a case?
haven't added that to the cart yet. And I'm already at 2,500. Nor have I added a power supply.
yeah, there you go.
I think I'm just gonna have to like go buy something and be like, look.
Are you planning on using on the sound on your motherboard, or are you planning on buying a sound card?
Sound on the motherboard.
Sound on the motherboard is more than adequate these days. I don't think
it's been adequate since like 2000.
I don't think you have to buy a sound card unless you're doing other stuff. But yeah,
professional audio recording. And
that's why I buy a pre-built and then I Frankenstein it from there. I mean, I've already got 1,500 into this, and of course I'll rip out the 4060 and upgrade that, and that's going to be a $500 upgrade to the 16 gigabyte. And then I've already got existing drives. I'm just going to migrate, but then I'm going to probably wind up buying the PCI M2 expansion card where I can slap in 4 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 4 terabyte, and really make this thing just a storage container. But as it is, I have 10 terabytes on this machine at the moment, and I'll have 12 probably by the end of the weekend because I'm going to take all my 2 terabyte game drive out of the old machine and plug it in here, so I don't have to. All I have to do is tell Steam to search for those programs, and I ain't got to worry about reinstalling them and all that shit because it'll find them on that drive.
Yep.
And make life easy.
And the other thing is, I don't even have the cooling solution yet either. So it's like, fuck. Yeah,
this thing's got a monster cooler on it. And again, I don't go for water cooling because I still don't trust water. with electronics.
Yeah,
I don't care what you
I,
say.
yeah, I don't want to take a chance of something leaking.
Yeah, yeah. But I've actually, before I had this roof fixed, the radio machine actually got leaked into and was literally full of water at one point, and it shut down, and I thought it was dead, and I took it apart, took it out, dried it out, plugged it back in, and it all came back. So I'm not complaining about solid state these days, because a lot of times you can actually just continue on. Anyway,
Yep.
speaking about continuing on, let's talk about some fire magic.
Fire magic?
Fire magic, because
You mean a fireball versus the ring of fire?
oh yeah,
Because
because
you
this
fell
one
into a
from
burning ring of
Segalian,
fire?
Segalian. I tell you, buddy,
Into a burning ring of fire.
I like
Down,
this.
down, down.
Go, Lomir, go.
My level 111 fireball is vastly more powerful than my level 113 ring of fire. And in his statistics, he cast fireball 136 times, doing 9,717 total damage with 5.88% crits, where Ring of Fire did 232 attacks with 600,985 total damage and 0 crits.
The big donut.
Yeah, I sing Ring of Fire all the time when I do karaoke, which hasn't been it's been a while, but it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't do karaoke. As soon as like karaoke like starts, I'm heading for the door.
Nah, that's when you order shots and you head for the book.
No, I head for the door.
The book.
No one wants to hear me sing.
Yeah, the book of songs. Come on.
Yeah, but Burzmalley's like, Ring of Fire has been whacked with the Nerf bat so many times that even the UFC has stopped calling it. Trying to understand the balance in soda is the path to madness. Shroud math. I'm not saying it isn't balanced after a fashion, just trying to keep track of the reasons for all the twists and turns over the years would result in a tome to rival the Necronomicon. Wouldn't that tome be the Nerfonomicon? Yes. As a fire mage, why wouldn't you use both? Forgot about Ring of Fire. No, definitely not, because both of your attacks are doing tremendous amounts of damage. Ring of Fire is much easier to apply because it's a stationary ring that you can draw enemies into and keep them in the circle. Fireball is a direct attack that does great for DOT damage, but it's harder to apply due to the way it is cast. Not to mention the Shroud targeting system, where sometimes you can't target a damn thing.
Targeting? What's targeting?
Exactly. They are both very powerful and can be used at the same time. You probably don't need to use both on non-boss enemies, but again, a high hit point boss mob, you should try and apply the highest charges stacks of both ring and fire, and keep Evaporate applied at all times for the most DPS.
Evaporate?
Thanks for that.
Evaporate.
Well, that is where you do douse with the chaos magic.
Oh, okay. Stuff that we don't dabble in. Okay.
And it's a debuff.
Tina says, break out a camera. You can use that blackmail later, when we're referring to the karaoke. And
yeah.
I will actually admit that if you delve into the archives of photos and videos out on the NBNN website, and I believe it was Dragon Con was the grouping, you'll find people like myself and Crazy Phil doing karaoke in one of the bars, but you'll have to go look for it yourself. I'm not helping you. So if you want a good laugh, You may want to go look that up. How about that? Stop the blackmail. I'll just tell you, it's out there. Laz doing karaoke, and Crazy Phil. Crazy Phil kills it, by the way.
Yeah.
And Conjure Dragon and Tina both say juxtapose, juxtaposition.
Juxtapose, yeah. That's the Chaos School.
Yeah.
And
Liquid Blaze says, I lay down ring, then drop fireball on them. Why would you replace it considering the attunement throw? Good point. Good point.
Well, I mean, to me, they're different types of damage, and so but Shroud Balance is what it is. Considering the amount of time that Chris Spears been attempting to balance skill trees and failing every single time, because remember, what is the Shroud team's method of testing? Let us go find a practice dummy. Let us go isolate it. And let's amp all of our skills up to 200 and then be like, oh, it is now balanced.
Yeah, hold on. I got to do this. This is Chris's. Let's check targeting against moving objects. Let's use a stationary object and stand there and stationary and shoot at it and say, our targeting is good. But he never tested it on moving objects. He just sat there and tested like this. And we know this because there was video of it. He did use three different targets, though. So he switched between... Oh, look at that. That target just disappeared. There it is.
Well,
now it's back.
Killed it.
Yeah. So he did switch between three targets to say that my targeting works properly. But, yeah.
Yeah,
stop wasting arrows.
Well, that's why I'm punching it and using sword and like doing this shit.
Yeah, like arrows are expensive.
Hey man, that's gold. I may or may not have.
That's another great balancing act. Making your own arrows versus buying arrows,
and it's cheaper to buy them.
Yeah, it's cheaper to buy them than make them, especially when you can just pick them up off the freaking ground in a lot of places.
Well, no, you can't. You can't pick them up off the ground and use them.
In certain places, you can.
No.
Yes.
Those are all deco items.
Yes. In certain places, you can find some arrows. Not a lot of places, but in certain places, you can.
Well, that would be they forgot to set the deco flag on those items.
Yeah.
And why they're considered deco is beyond stupid. Yeah, some can be used, some can't. I had at a time 3 different types of arrows in my inventory.
Yeah, Tina says we watched him do it. What question mark?
Yeah.
Please clarify if you're talking about the targeting. Yeah, Chris would stand out there in the GM area while he was working on that.
And all of his skills were 200.
Yeah, and plunk arrows at 3 stationary targets. Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't understand why we don't have a skill cap. Why
I got
on
you.
the
There was a
QA
question
server
mark
we can't
at the end
set
of that,
skills.
so.
Yeah.
That's why I was curious when you put a question mark at the end. I'm like, yeah.
But Ring of Fire, to continue the final couple of pose. Thanks for that. I was fixing to give up on Ring of Fire, but I will keep it. As Berrigan said, I can use both. I wasn't sure if the smarter move was to pull all XP into Fireball and not level Ring of Fire. I think I'll do 2-to-1 on the leveling. I'll keep Fireball higher, but won't neglect Ring of Fire fully. And don't forget, your overall attunement in fire plays a big role in damage for all your fire attacks. Your attunement is
yeah, I was going to say, let's go to the fire tree first off.
Okay.
Yeah, I just GM'd everything. I didn't go any higher, but my understanding is,
I didn't even GM everything.
yeah, that I gotta give props to Gallion for getting to 111 and 113, but the magic number is over 120. My understanding is. So
Yeah.
you really need to spend some extra points in those and get them at least to 120.
Have you ever fell into a burning ring of fire?
No,
Yeah,
but
campfires.
I'm generally not drunk enough around them, although I do have a friend that tried to jump into one for other reasons. Or no longer a friend, but yeah.
But yeah, you need to actually get over 120 for them to both really make the hits. And then, of course, your attunement is definitely got a lot to do with that. If you're trying to use water mage versus fire mage, get rid of the water and help raise that attunement. Plus, of course, use some gems, use some artifacts, use some other stuff to raise that attunement even further to help boost that power.
Yes. Dun, 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 dun.
So, anyway, 140 feels strong, Bridge Troll says. And Bridge Troll would know because he was the Grandmaster of Grandmasters out there with, what'd you have, over 300 plus skills, GM
yeah,
plus?
all GM'd. Wait, which to me is like the stupidest design ever. I mean, it's like, hey, this is a community-based game.
Yeah.
I can see like someone doing that in single player, but in multiplayer, there's
Now,
you're harming the idea of you're going to rely on other people to build things, do things for you.
Liquid Blaze says, yeah, I get the feeling that it's like when UO became where 120 is the real GM. Now, we've had a problem with 100 being GM since day one when they announced it that way, first off.
Yeah.
Especially when the skill cap can be 200. GM shouldn't be halfway to the skill cap. By no means whatsoever, because if you could get to 200, and I know we've got one or two people who supposedly have actually made it there, that would be. I mean, what would you call that? The Grand Poobah Grandmaster? Yeah,
Yeah.
Exalted Grand Poobah.
And if they can make it there,
Grand Moff Tarkin.
they can make it anywhere.
They get the black lightsaber.
There you go. Moving right along, let's get back to the topic at hand.
Okay.
Remind everybody to make sure you're in on those streamer bundles as well, because that's coming up in a couple minutes.
Your attunement is the average of your 10 highest fire skills. So lowering the Ring of Fire would probably make your attunement less and indirectly make your fireball weaker. Is attunement really the average of the 10 highest skills?
I couldn't tell you that, but I would probably go at what Adam Crow's got to say on that.
Well, but if like my highest tree is actually life, where I've got 120.4 attunement.
Yes,
but I have zero skills. Yeah. But I have zero skills that are at 120.
Yeah, mine is 1,171 in life, and everything is at 100.
Okay, what's your life attunement?
100.
Okay. But how is my attunement 120, but I don't have a single skill at 120?
You probably have an artifact, or do you have specialization or death warding?
Yes, I do have specialization.
That's probably what it is, your specialization. I don't have specialization.
Okay, well, let's see. What about my barding? Oh, wait, that doesn't have attunement.
Now my barding, I have
Earth.
actually more in barding with 1202. That doesn't have attunement, right? And everything here is also at 100.
Okay.
Those are my two highest skills. Everything else, so archery, 1100, but there's no attunement there. Only attunement is in magics.
Okay, so how about we look at my Earth tree? You'll have to bring up this image on your screen.
Earth. Okay.
Because I have exactly 10 skills that are learned.
I have 6 skills with the attunement of 12.
But the interesting thing, the average of those 10 skills is actually over 100.
Interesting.
Conjurer Dragon just subscribed with Prime.
But my
Thanks for your
attunement
support,
is
Conjurer
99.
Dragon.
Conjurer Dragon, subscribing with Prime. Thank you, Conjurer Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
And you get to tell us, are we going to continue with the nudes? Are we going to stop what we're doing? Well, we're going to stop what we're doing here in a second anyway and do a giveaway.
Ooh, a streamer bundle?
We may continue. Thank you so much.
And how do I know the average is slightly over 100? Because 101 and 99 averages 100. 102 and 98 averages 100. And then I've got one skill that is at 103. So slightly over 100. So my attunement should be 100.
Omir, get out of war mode.
101. Did you already pull your giveaway and give it to...
Fucking Lomir.
You did? Okay. Fucking Lomir. Well, I get to send it to Conjurer Dragon.
Thank you.
Be like, man, my memory is shot. I can't remember who Conjurer Dragon is.
He's right there on the lot. He is Herbert Tackstrom or Henry Fletcher.
Fletcher?
Oh, the shark guy. The shark guy next to the gnome.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's right here on the lot.
With a beetle backpack.
Yeah, I almost did not see him because he is sitting next to the gnome, and he's like actually smaller.
He's smaller than a gnome.
He looks like a gnome. Yes, he is smaller than the gnome. Okay, there you go. Giveaway is reopened.
He's the gnome's kid.
Yeah.
Herbert Taraxacum.
One of his many personas.
Yes, there you go. But hey, that would be a Shroud math answer if anybody can figure out how something that actually averages out over 100 in-game averages as 99.
Shroud math. You're absolutely right.
Shroud math. For XP purposes, Ring of Fire is a 2, meaning it costs twice as much XP to compared to Flame Fist, Immolation, and Ignite Weapon. Fireball is a 3, so it costs triple the amount compared to 1s. Ring of Fire should most definitely be in your top 10 highest skills because the only other XP cost similar in that fire tree is Fire Arrow. The 3 passes are all 4, and Fire Spec is 20, so it's very expensive. Eventually, Fire Spec, if you use it, will not be in your top 10 highest skills because it costs too much XP compared to the alternatives. Long story short, you want to raise something like Ignite Weapon up to be one of your highest skills, even if you never use it at all. The additional fire attunement you gain compared to the smaller XP cost will give you more firepower with all your fire magic overall. Yeah. It's okay even more. The more powerful you will be, the more important Fireball would be. I'm noticed that on my level against anything less than 4k HP, stacking Ring of Fire is useless. Still, there are some exceptions related to high resistant targets or very high respawn rate encounters. Still stacked times 6 must have against fat targets because of fire resistance debuff. P.S. All active spells from the fire tree worth to use, plus evaporation. One of the most OP combos in game in combo with death. Forgot the name. Add some heavy damage. Okay. Yep.
It has the we don't like
Yeah.
Jack tax.
Yeah. That's why something that averages out over 100 in game is reported as 99. Shroud math.
99.
Yeah. 99.
99, that was love clues.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun,
Nine.
dun, dun.
But
Yes.
yes, so that fire tree can be tricky to navigate, but definitely worth it. Again, I've seen some fire mages who can kick some royal ass out there, but
Oh, yeah.
they do have that specialization up there. And of course, they have at least 120, if not 140 and above on those other skills. And let's get back over here real quick. Fire tree. Yeah, Flame Fist and adding up those other ones to higher levels for attunement. Now, again, I've got 100 and everything except for Summon Fire Elemental, and I have Fireproof at 99, which gives me a 90 attunement. So, I guess if I brought up my Summon Fire Elemental, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that would be 10. Without specialization and water warding. I don't know why water warding would be under fire,
Because
which
it is the
weakens attunement with the water tree while increasing the resistance to the water tree.
yeah.
Uh,
So you're warding against water.
yeah, so does the water tree have the same thing for fire? Fire warding, yes it does.
Yeah.
But I have absolutely nothing in the water tree, and of course nothing in the chaos tree either.
Hey man, I've got 85 in the chaos tree. Ooh.
A whole 85?
Yep.
Yeah, well, if things work properly out there, Tina says warding is always on the opposite tree. If things work properly out there, then you wouldn't have people who were Grandmaster Fire Mage, Grandmaster Water Mage, and still have decent attunement in both. They should they should negate each
other
other.
completely.
Yes, they should negate each other across the board that way. And again, you should, if you want fire, have 0 in water. If you want death, you should have nothing in life. If you want earth, you should have nothing in air. Exactly. If you want moon, you should have nothing in sun. If you want sun, you should have nothing in moon. Exactly. They don't have a focus specialization, though. Yes, good point. And, well, I'm not even going to get into that at this point.
Shroud math, because let's GM everything.
Fozzie Bear says, I did test that out, and warding does affect the other tree attunement. Not greatly, but there is an effect. But in the case of, say, myself here, I have fire. Why would I need water warding when I have nothing in water? I mean, why would I want to, there's 0. Can I go into the negative on water attunement if I actually use water warding? Anybody ever test that one out? Or that would be one for the test, but I'm not going to waste the time or the.
So with the warding, it is actually a 1-to-1. So if you have I have 62 death warding, and if you look at my death tree, I actually have negative 62 skill because I only have 13 points in the death tree.
Negative 63 skill? What? Show me a
Negative
screenshot.
62 attunement.
Yeah, let me see a screenshot of that.
Okay. There you go. And then here is my.
Oh, so
death
there is such
attunement.
a thing as a negative. Okay, very cool. And thank you, Quasi. Yes.
But
So
that's only applicable if you raise the corresponding attunement thing. The warding,
gotcha.
which is additional shroud math of, hey, what are we doing this shit for?
You know,
The
what is
funny
that? The
thing is,
spaghetti monster?
the funny thing is, what would be life resistance? I mean, it's like there is no real offensive
Hungry
life skills
foxo.
that
Okay.
can be used on other players other than undead shit.
Yeah, okay. But now that you mentioned undead shit, that would give me a perfect segue into our next topic.
Hold on. Next topic is going to be.
You know which one I'm talking about?
No, hold on. I got to go look at things. No. Which one?
Reduce the amount of skeletons in the game.
Okay.
You should
Reduce
have it
the
up.
amount of
You
skeletons.
should have that
Yes,
open.
I do. They are everywhere, and they respawn very quickly. I'm getting bored of continually killing skeletons. The number of kinds of enemy mobs is sufficiently great that we shouldn't have to see skeletons in every scenario in such large numbers. Had you read the book, you would know that a certain group experimented with all kinds of things and actually manufactured all kinds of different mobs. And some of those mobs aren't even in game yet. Yeah. I mean, he's right. There are zombie children. Where are the skeleton children? New Britannia certainly has an undead infestation. The army of undead has heard your concerns and after a thoughtful meeting with management are considering an enemy exchange program with elves, kobolds, and satyrs. It does seem especially high with present difficulties for blades and arrows. Not really a problem with varied arsenal, but it does seem a bit high. I have never really had a problem killing undead with arrows. Have you?
Early on, yes, but you know, once you get a little skill into it, it doesn't really have that much effect. And again, you know, once you have proficiency in just about any of the skills, you used to have a really tough time killing ghosts, but now I can plow through ghosts like they're just, you know.
Well, that's because the nerf back came out to the ghosts.
Nerf.
Because whatever. It does seem especially high with present difficulty. But the whole main quest revolves around undead, doesn't it? Perhaps at least reducing the number of skeleton archers. Most other MMOs I'm playing have maybe an archer or a mage, plus a couple in a group, not dozens. Noticed that recently while playing Elder Scrolls Online, quite the contrast. Well, see, games like Elder Scrolls Online have this thing where they diversify the enemy in the scenes. Whereas Shroud, when it comes to scene development, what they do is they choose 3 different enemy types to be in a scene. So is it an animal? And then is it humanoid? And then undead? That is Oh, they have this thing called developers. Yes. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I guess the devs have read Dune. The mobs fight like the Sardaukar in groups of 3: tank, archer, and mage. That is funny.
And Condra says, from my head, when I started my ranger, sucked and died a lot when he first entered the Lost White Guard Silver Mine. How do you die in the Lost White Guard Silver Mine? That's such an easy.
You don't pay attention.
Yeah, well, okay. I guess if you're a newbie.
Yeah. I feel like there are plenty of errors with few or oppositely no skeletons, although they might be a tier level dependent. Silver or vanquishing is the best, is the answer. Been saying this since I started. Yes, I prefer Maces of Disruption since the original 2nd edition AD&D, having a chance to hit a skeleton and have it crumble to dust in one blow. At least so does Armies of the Undead have no chainsaws unless they ally with the kobolds.
Yeah, we have a
the real question.
Sword.
The real question is, why don't we have kobold undead, elf undead?
Why aren't there any others out there for that reason as well?
Yes. And turn undead is a lot easier than using any weapon. Although we do not technically have a turn undead, we have that wonderful skill in the life tree called banish undead. Dun dun dun. Skeletons and undead are not very hard to defeat. Instead of asking for less of them, maybe we could assist with better ways to defeat them. Because I don't think they are difficult by any means. Almost any build can mow them down with the right gear deck. Maybe we should talk about that instead of just removing them. No, we should talk about diversification of mobs. We should talk about level development, and let's make points of these things. Because, okay, the region of the map around Sultan should absolutely be crawling with undead because of the undead army that rose there. Now, if you pay attention to some of the things that could have infested a little bit further north, but it shouldn't have gotten all the way to the west of the map.
Dana says, we do have undead elves and kobolds. They just have the same skeletons.
Yeah. Need better artwork. And they have the same graphics for the most part.
I'm checking out these graphics, by the way, seeing the shadows of these windmills floating around here as the sun moves, freaking me out, going, what the hell is that coming into scene?
You mean it's the windmill across the...
Yeah, but you can see how quickly the sun is moving as these items move across.
Wait. They've completely fucked up shadows.
Well, my shadows seem to be working pretty funky.
No. Where is this shadow supposed to be from?
It was over across the street as you watch it move.
Well, no, but look where the sun is in relation to the shadow.
I don't see a sun in the in the sky.
The sun is directly to the west.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah.
But the shadows are fucked up because it shouldn't be displaying where it was at. Unless we're getting the shadows of the windmills that are way on top of those hills.
Yep, it might have been the ones up in the hills. I don't think it was the ones right here.
But those shadows are so long. That's some Shroud math.
I'm thinking it was the two up on the hill over there to the west that were showing all the way down here, which would be quite an incredible job on the shadows.
Yeah. It's like, why do things have problems rendering? Anybody?
I don't know.
Anybody? Crickets.
Bueller.
LODs are not enforced.
Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller. But on this topic of skeletons, maybe you should try some higher tier areas because skeletons really aren't everywhere. As much
No.
as
Yeah.
he's making this topic sound. As we go back to the original post up top here, and they respawn quickly in every scenario in such large numbers. Now, there are certain areas, and most of them, as I recall, were right here. On the Hidden Vale, where most of the real big skeleton populations were. And in the sewers and the undergrounds. There are several places and other places, but I can think of lots of other places where there are no skeletons, so I don't know. I don't know about that, which we'll go to Segalian for the last topic, maybe the last topic.
Oh, we shall go to... You don't want to talk about cooking?
No, we don't have time to get into that right now, unfortunately.
Okay,
Or we could talk about the pink flamingos real quick before we do this one. What do you think?
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out where Segalian's topic is.
Should be in. Did I put that in today's
No, you did not.
topics? Oh, okay. I don't think I put that in there. Okay.
Yeah,
I did not give it to you. That's why you can't find it.
While Laz is doing that,
there you go.
Epic Quest loot.
Epic Quest, epic loot.
Similar to the Earthrise pot, I would like to see quests that provide non-tradable, non-salvageable items you can't get any other way but to complete a quest. Items meant to be used as deco to be a testament to your adventures. For instance, a quest that provides an elaborate tiara from the corpse of a long-dead queen or an ornate oracle hammer for the ghost of a forgotten warrior. No. All things should be tradable.
Everything should be tradable.
All things should be tradable, Segalian. There should be nothing that is no trade.
Hang on a second.
And Laz has to run to the door. Laz has to run to. While Laz is doing that. But yes, all things should be tradable. Nothing should be no trade. Doesn't matter whether or not it's deco or not. Everything should be tradable. What's the purpose of an item that is no trade? There is none. What is this? Fluffy likes me. And Selenia, welcome to the show. No, Laz didn't get swatted. He got a phone call.
No, I have guys
or someone rang his door.
Taking out the old refrigerator and
for a second I thought you were they're here to work on my pool again.
No.
Hot tub.
We just had a whole new kitchen come in yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of those weird, unexplained mysteries of the universe thing is we were looking to replace the refrigerator because our ice machine broke, and could not find a white. Well, we could find them, but the comparable, to give you an example, we found the refrigerator that was $1,800 in stainless, but if you wanted it in white, it was $2,700, and you had to wait 2 months to get it. If you can get it in 2 to 6 months.
And you get a stainless refrigerator and paint it white.
Well, again, and I was just like, just get the stainless refrigerator and be done with it. You don't need to, change everything out. But then, Mom was like, no, if I'm getting one, I'm getting them all. So we got a brand new dishwasher, brand new stove, brand new microwave, and a brand new refrigerator because she wanted an ice machine that functioned. So that's how things work around this house. You want a functioning ice machine and a refrigerator, replace everything.
Can she come over to my place for a bit?
I was gonna say we need a new washer and dryer at my place.
Yeah. So how about this? They wanted $2,700 for a white refrigerator. For $4,700, we got everything replaced. Yeah. Brand new KitchenAid nonetheless. KitchenAid nonetheless. But meanwhile, they're taking out the old Samsung refrigerator. We've given away these appliances to everybody else. So the guys are here trying to take this one out, and they should have been able to take it straight out the door without taking the door off the hinges. But apparently, they decided to take the door off the hinges because they can't figure out how to get it out without taking it off the hinges. I was telling them they shouldn't need to, but yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Planned obsolescence has gone far on fridges.
I'm watching it go out. They could have got it out. They just, it's probably just easier to do what they did anyway, but that's okay. Yeah, well, don't ever buy a Samsung refrigerator. That's all I'm going to tell you. Is they have a multi-million-dollar class action lawsuit against their ice makers and their stuff, and they've been fighting it for 10 years, not coming to a settlement, and not claiming responsibility when we know your ice makers were fucked and you released those refrigerators that way anyway. But
I believe I have a Samsung thingy.
Refrigerator?
Yeah.
Is your ice machine in the refrigerator or in the freezer?
Yes, in the refrigerator.
Yeah, well, you can expect it to die eventually.
Yeah, the ice maker.
I don't use a lot of ice anyways. So
so you don't even know if it works.
Yeah, it does weird things like I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's like the frequency at which I use the water dispenser or the ice machine in my fridge is
this coming from a guy who drinks his Diet Dr. Pepper at room temperature because he doesn't even need it refrigerated. Yeah.
That is correct.
That's how I drink my zero sugar cherry Dr. Pepper.
But let's get to this last little topic. Yeah, last little topic today.
Pink flamingos?
I think we should have this in game. This is something we should add. So thank you to Osun for coming up with this.
I would like to see pink flamingos as a decorative item. The little one with the wire leg so I can stick them on my lawn. Bring a touch of class to the place.
Live pink flamingos.
Hold on. The fun part is someone sent me this yesterday, but if flamingos be placeable in knee-deep water too, if you do flamingos, please make them dungeon placeable, and then please do the hedgehogs as deco pets, so I can add a flamingo croquet court to my Alice in Wonderland dungeon. If you do that, then you're gonna have to do like pineapples and all kinds of other shit. And upside down pineapples.
Pineapple.
Now I'm thinking of upside down pineapple cake.
Well, so there are discussions about if someone has a pink flamingo in their yard, what does it mean? It's the same thing as someone that has an upside down pineapple.
Yes, supposedly.
Supposedly, it is pretty much true.
The pineapple, yes. I can't say the pink flamingo because down here, they're everywhere, including the real live ones,
Yeah. Oh, and Liquid Blaze is like, what's upside down pineapple mean? Those are both symbols within the swinger community.
Swing. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can Google it. Yeah, that's it. Google it.
Yeah, you can Google that. Hey, but Laz, so since someone sent me that link, do you want to bring that up real quick, and then bring up
Oh, the Unity
the
Asset
release
Store?
notes? Yes, yes. Because doesn't some of this look very familiar?
Oh, let's see.
Especially something in the top right.
I mean, like the Petty Fours?
The top right, if you go to the where was it?
I don't know. The
Scroll through the
Lord
release
British
notes.
birthday cake looks pretty suspect for the middle cake. I mean, if you
Yeah.
really want to think about it.
But the new heart themed stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure they bought
Let's see.
this quite some time ago, and they've just been using it for
Yeah.
various things.
Oh yeah.
You know, like these Petty Fours we've had for a long time, haven't we?
Something like that.
That's what's
They
in the
must
top right.
They
And
must
the
be
Yeah.
stale by now.
And the new cake looks exactly like this bunt cake on the lower left-hand side, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it
Let's
looks very similar.
yeah, let's see. Let's just scroll up a little bit. Well, it's got a heart in the middle of it, so
I mean that's not hard to add into it.
yeah.
But if you actually go to the release notes, you'll see that like they used the same plate.
Oh, very
As
interesting.
well.
Okay, let me see that. No, it doesn't look like the same plate.
It
May-
is.
Maybe different color
So
because this one is I don't
no,
see
no.
it as
So look at the gold edge
yeah.
and
These have
the
red
like
edges.
no
No, I don't know what
gold
you're
edge.
looking at.
The one with
I
the
see red.
where are you looking?
Yeah,
Because
hold
I see gold
on.
edges
Yeah,
on
hold
these.
on.
I see red.
Look at the screenshot that I provided
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
I'm going to show you right from that's got a
That is
red edge. That's the plate they're
oh
using. I don't know what you're
well
looking at.
look at the tray of tantalizing treats.
The tray of tantalizing treats.
Jack, are you talking about the table with the guy standing next to him?
This one?
No. Yes.
Oh yeah, that looks.
Awfully suspect.
Let's see. Do they have the same? Yep.
They just added more shit to it.
No, that's
And
exactly
they
what it
added
is. No, that's exactly what it is.
Oh wait. There is the lollipops that
Yeah,
are heart shaped in there as well.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
If you look at them, yeah, it's the same thing. The cupcakes are the same. The square cakes are the same. The little mints are the same. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then in the jars on the thing are the heart shaped
Oh, hold
lollipops
on.
as well.
You're showing the same. Oh, hold on. You're showing the same picture. I don't know what you're talking about there now.
What are you talking about?
Are these in the game?
Well, the picture that you show is the same picture I showed. It's not from the table here.
The one you posted was the one with the
Yeah,
the
which
vendor
is off
the cash register.
Yeah, I know, but the one below that is the same thing you
Yes.
did, but that's from the release notes. That's not from this here. I don't see that
Well,
anywhere here.
no. What do you not see there?
I don't see any of these pastries. I don't see any of the heart lollipops. I don't see the tray with the candies on
Here's
it.
the heart lollipop.
Where?
I just posted it in chat.
Okay.
The heart lollipop is in the bottom right hand corner. But it's at an angle like this. But it is
Okay.
past that time where we need to get out of here.
It is way past that time.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying each one of these is an individual asset?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an interesting
Yeah.
story, but yes, it is way
Well,
past that
I mean,
time.
it's all part of the pack, but that's how they generated it. But Selenia is getting a streamer bundle from me.
Let's see who's getting ours. We got 7 people in on this one, and Knight Rider is getting our streamer bundle, and our game key giveaway is also going to Knight Rider.
Oh, and Jigoku is getting my Steam key.
Let's see what we've got for a Steam key for Knight
She
Rider.
she is getting a copy of Spider Source. Congratulations, Jigoku.
And Knight Rider is getting a copy of Ludus. Ludus on Steam.
Oh, she gets to go to school. Let's see.
And Ludus worth $9.99. So congratulations, Knight Rider. Thank you to Conjure Dragon for your sub. And thank you all for joining us here each and every day on NBNN. We will be back with more on Monday, right here. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we
And
are.
I'm Loveware.
That's right, NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday.
Bye-bye.